Garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Spring has arrived, the temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist. This time he beats the kicker in one more. DeMornay Pierson.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson, but Pierson has confidence in Pierson.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We still got Royals on the brick and mortar. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685. That is the Sargent Haven text line. If you put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. Let's bring him in on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Good morning, Pierson. How's it going on what's been a beautiful Wednesday so far?
It's been going fine, enjoying the day. Can't complain.
All right, good deal. I thought we lost you right out of the gates, just like that. But no, we do got the former Husker special teams threat wide receiver, DeMornay Pierson, joining us as always. Come the Don't Punt Hour. We didn't talk about this at all yesterday. I want to get your thoughts, though. And the reason I didn't bring it up, we just didn't have time because I think it might drag on. I'm sure you're well aware of the Colorado, the latest jerseys to be retired for their college football program.
Yes, I'm aware of it.
Okay. Thoughts on it? Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, about to get their jerseys, their numbers retired.
I mean, Travis, I can understand. Not to say no to neither one of them and everything like that, but I mean, that what they did for that university, I mean, they feel as though they earned that right. So, I mean, who cares if a university does it? They're honoring, players and that went to that university that had a huge impact on and off the field. So I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. Congratulations to them. That's a huge honor. That doesn't happen to every athlete that comes through university's doors that is really good. They've had first round draft picks. They've had I think they had another Heisman winner if I'm not mistaken. I think one. So I mean, that's dope. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment.
You are just, I swear half the time I think you were born in Colorado. Like, it's just not the angle I thought you were going to take. It's not the wrong angle. Like, to your point, it's the university's choice. It does seem like from the outside looking in, it looks silly. Is that fair to say?
I mean, he was there for 2 years. So, I mean, if you want to, he didn't do anything and everything like that. Like, he actually did do a lot, outside of necessarily football, with attendance and everything like that. And I'm not saying that you making up things for it and whatnot, but I mean, they feel like, that he changed the demographic of the university and the whole point of retiring or honoring somebody is somebody that had an impact on the football program or the athletics program, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, however you want to fit it or however you want to put it on, or whether it's accolades, whether it's wins or anything like that, he had a huge significance in changing the demographics of their athletics, and they're honoring that. And that's all across, every university. That's what it means to have, your jersey retired. So what does it matter if it's not necessarily how you would think or how you typically would?
It's fine. It just seems silly. Like, what, they won like 12 games at the university? I mean, come on. Like, you look at when you look at players that have had their jerseys retired, their numbers retired.
They say winning isn't everything, correct? Right?
If you want to sell that these are belonging and like for how quick they did it too, no, they don't. They should be incredibly proud of the careers they had at Colorado. Travis Hunter, I could see. Shedeur, not really, but if you want to do it because they brought a bunch of money to your university, I'll say that is one of the lamest reasons to do a jersey retirement. But sure, your school, do what you please.
I find it funny. I mean, everybody. I mean, and this is throughout the whole draft process. Nobody necessarily is criticizing Travis with things. I'm not saying that he can't do no wrong and everything like that, but nobody typically touch Travis. Travis is fine. Travis, I understand and everything like that. But Shedeur gets the blunt head of a lot of things and of a lot of, I mean,
it's because Hunter was the Heisman.
For what reason?
So, because Travis Hunter was the Heisman, and everybody like pretty well agrees like this guy was the Heisman. Maybe you like some of the facts.
I mean, what's the name was a finalist? He was a finalist for the is it the Maxwell? That's the quarterback. It's not like Shador didn't lead the nation in completing percentages, and he might have led it in yards.
You know what? It really helps your completion percentage is like you just eat sacks every time. That's a big problem for Shador, was eating a ton of sacks. So yes, the completion percentage was good. He's still a good quarterback. But he ate a lot of sacks, just to say it.
I mean, okay, so that's his fault. We know he had a terrible offensive line. I mean, you would
rather eat the sack or throw the ball away? You'd rather throw the ball away. Sometimes he didn't even have time to do that. Like, I'll give you that. But like, I'm just saying, yes, he was a good quarterback, but there's nothing. He didn't have anything to me that's like his jersey is untouchable for anybody walking through this program.
For that university, maybe so. And I mean, it's not. I mean, he was there for 2 years. The first year, I understand with stuff and everything like that. But year two, they necessarily they took off. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like I get what you saying with it's not this many wins and everything like that. But again, I mean, he did a lot for the university, regardless, and they deemed that fit. So I'm not gonna try and break that bridge down, because it's not by your traditional wins. It's not by your traditional national championship. It's not your traditional winning the division and everything like that. I mean, if they were there for a third year and to come back, I mean, I'm pretty sure they will probably win the conference. I'm pretty sure they will probably be a playoff team. And that, I mean, would you not agree with that? That was the trajectory of what they were doing. I mean, they won 9 games.
Yeah, then they got absolutely spanked when they got out of their conference for their bowl game.
Just say you're just a hater and you just don't like them. I completely get it. I understand it.
I'm saying this is the silliest jersey retirement we've seen, and it is. Like, it just is. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean,
to your point, I don't care. It's Colorado. They can do what they want.
Exactly.
But I'm going to make fun of it because it's silly. And that's kind of I'm taking pokes at it because it deserves to be poked at a little bit. It's outrageous that they're retiring those jerseys. Like, even if you want to go Travis Hunter, like, just give it a break, like a little bit of time. But to your point, whatever, go nuts. It's not my school. They can hang as many jerseys as they want. I will say the only party I'm curious about how they feel was, like, give me the old school Colorado football fans, like the fans that were around when, like, Nebraska football and Colorado, like back in the day when they were in the Big 12, when that was when
they were winning and everything.
Yeah, when that was a real rivalry. Like, how do those Colorado fans feel? Like, do they care?
I mean,
if they don't care, then yeah, it's totally fine, I guess.
To be honest, I really haven't heard any like backlash from Colorado fans. Like, it's been honestly, I'm gonna call it spade. It's been haters of the Sanders family. Period. That's just what it's been. When people were Travis, people was like, well, we're not gonna touch him. But Shador, you catching all smoke.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because, I mean, what has the Colorado football fan base become? 75% of those people are new. And 75% of that new fan base joined because of a couple of those players. So you're not gonna hear the Colorado fan base really say anything. But the real original Colorado fans, I wonder how they feel, because I think they only had like 4, maybe 5 jerseys retired at that point until they're gonna both do these two. But yeah, just crazy. I could not believe they're doing it.
I would have to see what the statue like of comparison, but also those other guys, have necessarily been they have been at the university, I would assume, for 3 or 4 years more. So I mean, they have more games and more stats than necessarily accrued over time and whatnot. So I mean, it's different. It's a murky situation. That's why I said, they feel that he has, changed or left an impact in their athletic program, which is their right in their own. And, I'm not going to bash or pick at that. If that's how you feel and he was valuable to you, he was valuable to you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what the exact quote you said was there, but it's just silly. I think that's why it sticks out. Colorado, I'll to wrap this up, and then I'm done talking about Colorado football, because they can do whatever they want. Again, it's their school. For how much everyone likes to say people like to pick on Colorado and Dion because of like the new form they're doing, which is ironic because he's like a super Christian guy as well, and he brings that to the locker room, which seems a little more old school. But anyways, Colorado's good at getting in the limelight. And does he deserve to be like criticized a lot for this? Like, no, but it is interesting. And when you do things different all the time, like people are just going to look, and that's just what's happening again here. But to your point, if the Colorado fans don't care, then why should we care? Because that is happening. I can't remember what the exact timeline of it, but yes, Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, those jersey numbers will be retired. Moving on here, done talking about college football. Well, Colorado football, I should say, unless you got anything else to add on that saga.
No, that's it. Nope.
Okay, good. We can move on. Well, shout out to Husker volleyball. We don't really spend enough time talking about him, but we did have the latest winner of the James E. Sullivan Award, and it was none other than Alexi Rodriguez, which this award's nuts. It is, I can't remember exactly how they phrased it. Paraphrase, basically, it goes to the best athlete in the United States at the collegiate or elite level. That isn't pros, basically. And you basically have men or women, anybody's up for grabs for it. And just to give you an idea who won it the last 2 years, it was Caitlin Clark in 2022, Caitlin Clark in 2023, and it was Simone Biles got it in 2020. I'm just trying to lead some of these big names that everybody can remember. Michael Phelps has won it, but it's just a really cool, prestigious award that is incredibly hard to come by. And I think maybe people were a little bit shocked to see Lexi Rodriguez because it's not the first time we've had a Husker volleyball player, be a possible candidate for it, but that will be the first one to bring it home. So thoughts on that? Lexi Rodriguez is the 95th Sullivan Award winner, which is just an incredible award that, you get to walk around with that saying I'm the best athlete in the U.S. basically.
That's dope. Congratulations to her for her being recognized and, for her being an outstanding athlete over her career and everything like that. That's not easy to do, especially when, not only is it, they don't have it just for females, they have it, athlete period. So male and female is in that. So that's not something to be taken lightly. So that is dope. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, it's your point. Right? It's all athletes in that pool, and she wins it. Just to give the idea by it. So throughout the years, 34. Actually, this will be a little fun trivia for you. This will be good to wrap up this first segment here as we celebrate Lexi Rodriguez, and rightfully so, winning what is, you could argue, might be the toughest thing you can possibly win is this award, but she got it done. What do you think the most popular sport is to win this award in the morning, Pierson? It's all sports. What do you think the most winners come from?
Can I have one question? Is it more so male dominant or female dominant?
Both.
Oh,
that's actually a pretty good hint.
You said both.
Yeah. Think about sports like that, though.
I would say clearly football, just because football would be my number one guess. I don't know exactly.
No. Think about the sports. That's the hint, right? It's both. Think about the sports where you're going to have girls and guys there.
Gymnastics?
No, but you're kind of getting around the ballpark. Gymnastics has a total of, I think they only got a few. They got 4 gymnasts in history have won it, and it started up in 1930. Basketball, they got 8. Caitlin Clark's got 2 of those. Track and field, yes. Track and field. 34 of the winners have been from track and field, the most by any sport, which makes sense. A lot of individual awards at the Olympic stage.
There are amazing, female and male athletes. From the collegiate level, the pro level, just in the track and field. You just think of the names and everything like that. So that definitely makes I can see why there.
Yeah, and you also got to think, right? This is 1930s. Like track and field was like dominant back in the day. Like those like track and fields used to be packed. People were like lining up. It was a big deal. Obviously, as time went on, like you're not going to find like packed crowds until you get to the Olympics. But it used to be like a huge deal, even here in Nebraska, around Lincoln. Like if you talk to some people that were around for it, they'll like track and field was huge. And I can't imagine what it was like, at its peak. But yeah, so 34, again, ton of athletes there. Also is really popular at one point in time. Number 2, I don't know if you'll guess it. I'm going to just throw it out there. Michael Phelps. He's got, I didn't say Michael Phelps. 12. Michael Phelps has a couple of them. And then it goes football, they got 9. Basketball's got 8. Wrestlers actually got 5. And then it's got a bunch of one-offs. 4 figure skaters, 4 gymnasts, 3 speed skaters, 3 divers. Everybody else is pretty much just one-off on their own. But there you go. Lexi Rodriguez, Sullivan Award winner. Is that going to be like one of the best trophies you can possibly win?
I would assume so. I mean, from the pool that to be picked from, and this is, you said it's collegiate?
Yeah, it's collegiate. I mean, it's just the best of the best. Peyton Manning's won it in the past. Like I said, Simone Biles has won it.
Yeah, that's some real heavyweights right there.
You're just my pal John Smith. It's the best of the best. For sure. I mean, that period, like I said, and you're not matched up with the same gender. You know, it's everybody. So you know, if you're the best, you're getting picked. So I think that's what makes it even better. It's like, nah, I'm a better athlete than you. It's a lot. It's heavier bragging right to the winner who wins it. Yeah, it's super. I mean, it's just super cool. Last trivia, and then we'll officially be done. 1930, the year it finally came out. What was the sport? Do you know your sports history well enough to know what was popping off in the 1930s?
I mean, you said track was big, so I'm going to just say track.
No, not track. Golf. Golf was actually the first winner, which makes sense. Because I think back in that day when...
Who was the winner?
Robert T. Jones, the great Robert T. Jones from Georgia, won the very first Sullivan Award. And then after that, it just says all around. So I'm not sure what that means. A lot of golf and a lot of all around and just athletics. So very early on, I'm not sure how they necessarily decided who got that award. But then it doesn't get till about, 1940s before you start seeing a little more the sports we're used to. And I think athletics here is for them is just track. I encourage everybody to go check it out. Shout out Lexi Rodriguez, again, the 95th winner of what is an extremely prestigious award. But you can just go to their website and look at all the winners throughout the years, starting from 1930. And what you realize in that is just how royal company Lexi Rodriguez has found herself in. So with that being said, we'll throw the break on that one. Don't go anywhere. We got 2 more segments on the other side. Let's talk some college football, Husker football, as we did get some more comments from the press conferences. Me and DeMornay Pierson, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Spring has arrived. The temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison runs on the ones and twos back at 1040 O Street at the corner. As always, we got the host, Morning Pierson, on the Alamo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. The Morning Pierson on this one. Let's switch it up. Let's talk a little bit of NBA play-in action, because we're going to talk Husker football, but we did have the play-in starting yesterday, the 15th. Goes on again today, and I believe that one goes all the way on to the 18th. And let's start off with the first game. I think you called it yourself. You and me, we were both on Magic over the Hawks, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thoughts on that? Because we also had Trae Young with a double technical. Trae Young didn't get to finish his own play-in game, which is just crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that yet.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Magic have a young roster that they're playing well and everything like that. So, like I said, I would rather they were the safer bet with Atlanta. Like I said, if Trae Young is not, on one, or they're not, riding a high wave or anything like that, they're out of it. So definitely the Magic is a more consistent team.
Yeah, it just cracks me up. To be fair, I think he got pretty close to like 40 minutes. He still had 28 points, but that's just like tough. The play-in game, you get bounced like that. But they will have another chance, because that was the 8-7 matchup, not the 9-10. We got the 9-10 going on in the East right now. And DeMornay Pierson, we're going 2-0 because right now the Bulls are also getting the beat up pretty good right now. 60-37. Heat lead it. Bulls trailing by quite a bit. And then later today, we do have the Mavericks and Kings. Which way you going on that one?
That one's hard. The Mavs aren't healthier, so I think the better team. Well, I mean, the Kings still have. Is DeMar still there? DeMar DeRozan, I think.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan. He went there to the Kings this year.
I want to go with them. Just like I think the Mavs can. I think the Mavs are a more playoff experienced team. I think they have a deeper roster, but I mean, with Kyrie gone and everything like that, I don't think it's as exciting. So I'm gonna give it to the Kings.
I agree with you there as well. So we're potentially about to go 3-0 because also for apologies, I know you and me both also had the same script for the Warriors Grizzlies. We both had Warriors and that play in. Warriors do win it 121 yesterday to 116. Grizzlies bounce out. So now we'll wait and see who the Grizzlies are going to go and play. It's going to be, Kings or the Mavericks. And then the Hawks, they're waiting to see who they're going to play, either the Heat or the Chicago Bulls. We both got to eat Mavericks, Kings. So Hawks, you and me are saying they're probably going to play the Bulls. Hawks or Bulls to decide that final playoff spot. Who do you have?
I'll take the Bulls. I think the Bulls are a tougher team. They play well. They just don't. It's just not a lot of firepower. But against a team like Atlanta, I think there'll be more than what Atlanta can handle.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Trae Young and that whole team, we've talked about before how we were trying to fix the Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks they have really bad defense. And if Trae Young isn't giving you 30 plus points and at least like 6+ assists, you're just not going to win a lot of games. There's not a whole lot out there offensively, and defensively, they're sorely outmatched. So even though the Bulls haven't been great, the Bulls have at least got some excitement. They're not expected to do much. If you're the Hawks, I think they're kind of just in a weird cycle where, if you're on that Hawks team right now, you don't feel very good about your future. Even if you're a good player, it's just the Hawks are going to make some serious moves. And I'd be curious to see who they try to surround Trae Young with, but I agree with you. I think the Bulls would be able to grab that final play-in spot if they're able to take down the Hawks. And then the Grizzlies. I like the Grizzlies no matter who comes out of this one. Whether it's the Kings or Mavericks, I think Kings have the best chance to maybe pull off a win against the Grizzlies, but I'm going Grizzlies. I don't really care who they play between the Kings or Mavericks.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Either way, I think the Grizzlies are going to be too much. I like the Kings. It's just something's missing. They might have it for a game or two, but I don't think it'll be much more than that. So I think the Grizzlies have a lot more firepower with them.
Man, this is just not a spot. We just went chalk on everything. We did not take a single step on difference of opinions there. So I guess we'll wait and see on that. Do any of these play-in teams have a shot, not to win it all, I'm not going to go that far, to make it to the second round at the very least?
Would you include the Warriors in that playoff?
Yeah, you could throw the Warriors, Grizzlies, even if they're at that 7.
I would think the only team actually would be the Warriors, just with having Curry there and playoff Jimmy in that situation. I mean, I think they're playing the Rockets, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Depending on how let me pull up the bracket here just to make sure how it shakes out here.
Rockets.
Yeah, they got the Rockets.
I think it's
that's a good draw for them for sure.
You're for the Warriors, yes, it's a good draw. For the Rockets, I'm pissed.
Yeah, it's a terrible draw for the Rockets.
For the Rockets, I would be furious.
Are you though? But let me ask you this: this is the problem with the West. Who else would you want? Do you want the Timberwolves, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets, or the Thunder? You probably weirdly enough, the 1-seeded Thunder seem like the best bet.
Yeah, I mean, because y'all are both young, kind of both inexperienced in that realm. So I mean, it's kind of a we'll see how this. It'll be a good experience for both. That's the best matchup. You don't want to play LeBron and Luka. You really don't want to play Steph, Steve Kerr, and all of that.
Jimmy, Jimmy's there. Jimmy's gonna be a nightmare. Jimmy plays good versus the Rockets. He matches up well. Like the guys like Amon Thompson, Jimmy Butler is a great matchup for the athleticism that the Rockets have. Like when you have a team like the Rockets that just thrives on youth and athleticism, Jimmy Butler
might bruise them.
Yeah.
He's going to be a bully. Like he's gonna not. And I don't mean this in a bad way of like hurting them, but he's going to make them, see and feel where he's coming from. Like he's going to make it a physical game. They're a young group, and like I said, that's an upset alert. So I definitely do think the Warriors could make it to the second round.
I think so too. I purely asked that question simply because I was looking at the Warriors, and so now the question is Warriors, Lakers, Timberwolves. Who do you like in that one? And just we don't have to think about it long.
I got Lakers.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, but do the Warriors have a chance to beat the Lakers? I think that's the real question because it could be really exciting if the Warriors find a way to upset the Lakers. And I think they got a chance to do it. I think it's going to be it's tough, but the Lakers, depth-wise, they really don't actually have a whole lot. The Warriors, whatever you say about them, they got a little more in depth, and Steph Curry is still playing some of the best basketball of his career. I can see it happening.
I can it happen? Yes. But the fact that, I think the X factor in that situation is if the Warriors would play the Lakers is the fact that JJ is a shooter and understands what makes shooters uncomfortable. And with Steph, kind of being more getting back to that two guard of just running around and everything like that, I think JJ would come up with some type of devious mad scientist arrangement to make Curry's life a living hell. And I think his basketball IQ and mind with that might be a little bit too much for the Warriors to handle.
Yeah, and it's the one thing that might hurt Steph in that game is if Luka, depending on how serious he is defensively, and they're not going to put him on Steph, but there's going to be situations where Luka, it's going to be on him to really go out there and help just enough.
They equal each other out. So it's like, okay, you got a shooter, we got a shooter. Like, okay, your shooter can go for 35, ours can go for 35. Like, okay, then you move to Jimmy. Okay, well, we got an equalizer for that. We got LeBron. Mm-hmm. And then outside of that, is Draymond going to give you 20 points a night? No, but Austin Reeves is. You know what I mean? So, I think bat for bat, I think the Lakers have more people that can show up consistently than the Warriors. And I think that's where it'll get, of course, it'll be a chess match of coaches and whatnot, of X's and O's. But I think that combination of LeBron and Luka might be too much for a team like the Warriors to handle in that situation. And in the second round,
yeah,
what happens if the Warriors go a full 7 games? And they don't get it in 5, they don't get it in 6. What if they go a full 7 games with a young team? Then you would have to face LeBron and them next after just being, run up and down the full court by a bunch of young bucks. That ain't gonna be easy.
No, definitely not. Problem with the Warriors is if this thing does fall apart, they're similar to the Lakers in a little more extreme way. They're leaning on a few guys for a lot. Leaning on Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Buddy Hield. I don't know if there's any NBA fans that can tell me 7 guys on that roster, honestly. They hang on to a lot of the same guys. To this day, it still gets Kevin Knox, Kuminga's still on that team. They haven't added a ton of talent outside of Buddy Hield, and they've lost guys. So there is a huge workload focused on 3 guys of that roster, and that's the biggest problem. So yeah, if it goes 7 games with the Rockets, it's going to be tough for the Warriors to make it past the second round in particular. I can't see them upsetting the Rockets. Lakers would be a tough one, especially if that first one does go to 7 games. Clippers Nuggets. This one is toss-up to me, especially since the Nuggets fired their head coach in Malone.
Yeah, it can go either way, but I think the Clippers. If the Nuggets do lose, then well, see, this is the reason why we fired our coach. But it's like that wasn't his fault. Like y'all did that after he was gone. But I would like the Clippers. I would like to see the Clippers win. Just the talent that they have. Again, with another Olympian level coach, another Olympian gold medalist, another finals champion coach with Ty Lue. So I mean, again, what he brings to the table and with his athletes and what they got. I mean, who wouldn't want to see two LA teams in the playoffs still?
Yeah, I like watching Kawhi Leonard. I wouldn't even be that upset about it because the Clippers are good, and there's not a lot of years of Kawhi Leonard left, and
could you see a Western Conference Final, Clippers versus the Lakers? Could you see that?
Absolutely. The way this year's set up, this is like the best. This is honestly the best chance I think we've ever had it to happen. There might have been a stretch where the Clippers were really good in the Blake Griffin era, and the Lakers were still good enough.
Lob City was nice, and they were still coming down from Kobe.
Yeah.
They weren't terrible just yet, but they weren't as good.
Yeah. This would be fun. The West is so interesting. Let me ask you this, because now we're at a word point in the West. Who is the best coach in the West right now? That's left. Just the teams in it. Let's not talk about the playing teams. The teams that we absolutely know are in it right now. So that involves everybody 1 through 8, actually 1 through 7. Everybody but the AC, basically, which we're waiting on. And we'll have to wait and see if it's going to be the Kings or Mavericks. But I don't think that changes a whole lot in our discussion. I want to ask, who is the best coach in the Western playoffs right now?
Not with just not excluding accolades and rings and all of that.
No, the gut feeling, like, who do you think is the best coach in the West? Like, if you had to start a team with any coach, you're taking it.
I'm taking the Rockets coach, and it's not close. Like, I no hesitant, no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm taking him.
It's kind of crazy, right? I was thinking Ime Udoka. I don't even know who the Nuggets interim head coach is. I think it's one of their assistants. I'm definitely not taking Ty Lue. I like Ty Lue, just probably not him. Lakers, JJ Redick, too young.
I would take JJ probably 3rd or 4th. I would take Kerr 2nd in a heartbeat, and it was between those two just because of what they were able to build. With the Warriors of lately before the Jimmy Butler trade, they were hanging in there, they were getting stuff done. It just wasn't enough.
So we're just saying screw the Thunder head coach or what? For having the 1 seed, I think 2 years in a row now. I'll be honest, I don't know. I never know how to pronounce his last name. It's Mark. I think it's Daigneault, or you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But Mark.
I mean, it's good what he's done down there and everything like that. I just think it's more impressive what Houston's coach. Like I said, of how quick it's gotten, the type of style, the toughness, the gritty. Not to say that OKC isn't, and everything like that. And he's more experienced. I mean, he was going to Eastern Conference Finals with the Celtics, he was on the cusp of winning a ring with them. So I mean, I feel like he just has more experience and preparation. I mean, look at the roster he assembled in Boston, and then you turn around and look at the roster he's assembled in Houston. Like it's hard to pass that up. All right, within 3 years, it's going to be life changing. Organization turnaround. And you'll see results quickly. So it's just hard. It's hard not to go. And then, like I said, nothing against OKC. If OKC was in the East, they'd probably be in the Eastern Conference Final every year, but they're not. So, like I said, I'm going with what I know I can trust consistently, and that would be him, the Rockets coach.
Damn, yeah, I'm going with the same answer again. I like Ime Udoka a lot. I've said that before. Thunder, the hard part was the Thunder. I'm getting to this point. I think that roster is just unreal. Like, I think we're starting to realize like how loaded that roster is top to bottom. It may still be missing a little bit of star power to where like you get in those playoff situations. Like there's always that unreal moment from said star, but they're really deep. They're kind of getting to the point of the Celtics of Shea and maybe like one more big star or the next step from a guy like Chet Holmgren. But they're so good that I think I could coach that team to 60 wins at the very least.
They have rising stars. Like they're right there on a cusp.
Yeah.
Like they have stars. They might not have superstars, or they might have one superstar, but they have stars. They're rising stars. They're right there. Like I said, it's simmering. And if the shoe falls the right way, it could be them on top, and they could be there for a while.
And if the shoe falls the wrong way, they got like 20 other shoes to drop. They just keep loading them up. Like that's the beauty of what the Thunder did, and that's the beauty of having good team management. Is you get a situation like the Thunder where even if they pissed it away in a horrible fashion, they'd have room to figure it out yet.
It's the second coming of what they did with Russell, Kevin, and Harden.
Yeah,
it's the same blueprint of things, just done differently. But it's that type of like foundation.
Isn't it incredible that nobody took the blueprint from that the first time and they like finished through all those guys and just like reset and did it again? Like those guys got to the point and they traded, obviously they moved on from a bunch of guys, but they got so many picks for all of those guys the moment it wasn't working. And we've seen a lot of super teams not willing to pull the trigger, especially when you get like a couple of guys that are unhappy. Like you got to start just like moving things around and not be scared of it too much. Obviously with like a guy like Russell Westbrook and James Harden was a little bit different, but Kevin Durant, like kind of walking out like that was like, okay, if he wants out, let's use this as like serious leverage to set themselves up. Okay, Harden wants out. Let's make sure we get a ton of leverage out of it. Like they were just very good on any time they had somebody big walking away. They were always walking away on the Thunder's terms. It felt like
they always just seem like when the dust is settled, they always seem to walk out on top.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You let that person go, but you also got how many picks for him, and you turn those picks into. It's like man, you did it again. My goodness.
Well, that's just it. Like you might think like, man, they lost Kevin Durant, right? And that was huge. Kevin Durant's going to the Warriors. Everyone's like so mad at Kevin Durant, and like. At the time, like the Thunder fans were so upset, but management like cracked a little smile once that deal was all said and done. Because like we did this sucks, but we got a lot of wiggle room, and then just keep doing it over with James Harden and just really impressive management. So tip your cap to him. Maybe this is the year they finally break through, and we'll wait and see. Going through the other coaches there, I thought maybe Chris Finch a little bit, Timberwolves head coach for what he's built, but he's been there for a while. And I think this is more of like he's finally got like a superstar in Anthony Edwards. He's a fine coach, but I'd give it to Ime Udoka for sure. All right, 5 minutes left. Let's talk some Husker football. Wrap things up since I promised it, and we won't go to breaks since we're streaming only, and we don't got a ton of time here left. I want to circle back. We were talking about Holgerson's quotes earlier, and one of them he mentioned Jenkins. And the quote was, I can coach him up to be one of the best centers in college football, or to be the best center in college football, was paraphrasing here, but basically what he's saying. And I asked this because Dana Holgorsen so far to me hasn't been a guy that comes in and says BS. Like not yet to this point in my mind, he came into a press conference that said something that he doesn't believe himself. And coach speak doesn't really seem to be in a whole lot of his language. Like his coach speak is just one sentence. He's not giving you a lecture and trying to make everybody feel good. But I want to ask you again about that. Yeah, like just thoughts on that, because I think we kind of brushed over it, but that's a big deal if that's true, right? If he really does think Jenkins can be the best college center.
I mean, that says a lot. Like I said, I mean, it's the heartbeat of the offense. The offensive line can set protections and everything like that, can call things out. And make sure things are are set before things are getting off. That takes a lot of pressure. Maybe the quarterback doesn't necessarily have to handle that as much, or you know what I'm saying. So the fact that he sees that and he feels confident enough to say that, you don't say something like that without, being highly, sure of what you're saying. So with that being said, even if you do have young guys next to him or inexperienced guys, and he can make their job a lot easier because, he's the equalizer. He's the tone setter. It's okay. It's going to be this when I give you, this call, or, when we got this and everything like that. He's typically the person to double team to the left or right. Rarely might he have, one-on-one with somebody. He's typically, doubling something. So, like I said, that's important with when you got that caliber of a player at the center position. It starts with him. You're only as strong as your center of your center. If you go back and look at strong teams and everything like that, you never question their centers. You might not talk about the centers as much and everything like that, but in a positive way. But you also don't, oh well, he's missed this and that, or he's made the wrong call, or he's not, his eyes are in the wrong spot or something. They've never been the liability with anything, but they've always, been the reason why it's been so successful.
Well said. Yeah, that got me excited because I think you're right. You said it before, like when you think of Dana in particular, a straight shooter. I haven't had any moments, like I said, to where I think he's like kind of been fluffing it up to sound nice. So you combine that, and like I just stuck out to me because I'm like, if that's true, and like he does follow really good development, not saying he's going to be the best center, but if he becomes like really solid, then all of a sudden we're talking about an offensive line that we feel awesome about at the center position. You're still bringing in Pritchett, who a little bit of feel out area there, but I think he should be pretty good just based on, how he was touted coming from Bama. And then also, you can't forget about Spindler from Notre Dame. So now you got Spindler, certainly a guy who can play. Jenkins, who the coach is saying he could definitely play, and he might be one of the best to do it at this position if he continues to work. And then a guy in Pritchett who we're pretty excited about. That's probably the most question marks. We'll see a little bit more, but he's definitely got the size. And now we got to get to our other guys like Gunnar Katula that we're just waiting to see that development from, to fill in those holes and to take that next step. So, I mean, it got me really excited thinking about maybe this offensive line is going to take that big step, not just another step forward. But then you talk about the running back room as well, right? Which we talked about. And it seems like Emmett Johnson is that dude. And Quentin Ives is becoming that secondary guy that you feel really good about. How much of a run attack do you expect to see, you think, if all this kind of holds up? Because I know Dana, he's the quote-unquote air raid, but if all this is true, you sounds like we should feel really good about a run game if this stuff holds up throughout the summer and into the fall.
I mean, I would say, equally balanced, or, 55, 45, whatever the opposite way. But pretty balanced. I mean, towards the ending of the season, even when, people were stacking the box and everything like that, we were getting what, we wanted through the air. So it depends on what teams want to take away. Do you want to take away, the passing attack? All right, well, then we're going to have to make you tackle the bulldozer. Mm-hmm. And if you want to stack the box, all right, well, now we got guys that can run past you and make big plays, and our quarterback can make all the throws. So it's whatever you want it to be, and I think that's going to be the game plan. So depending on what defenses try and do, or what they hang their hat on, or what their bread and butter is to try and, affect things and everything like that, I think that will be it. But I think once things start flowing and whatnot, I think we're going to hang our hat on being able to close games out and run the game out too, where you're not going to be able to stop it. I think that will make games a lot easier. And if you don't got to do certain things, don't do it. If you don't got to put your quarterback in bad positions and everything, don't do that. And that's where the run game might, be favored more than the passing, just because it's like there's no need necessarily to do it. Let's just get out of here, take care of business, and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, then you're hearing good stuff from the receiving game as well, right? And I'm not trying to pump everybody with Kool-Aid, but this week in particular, it just feels like the coaches actually feel like they see something and they get a sense of like they want to talk about it, like that they feel like they're seeing it. But, you're hearing quotes, again, from like Holgerson talking about a guy like Mills where even though they're not on top there on the depth chart, he's saying, like, there's some guys on this team that they're just going to find reps because they're so good at just running away from defenders, where they're going to get open on just plays that we know are guaranteed they can just get open. And that's, how much of a sigh of relief is it for that? Because it felt like last year we had so many plays and downs where we just needed like 2 yards, and we didn't have a run or a wide receiver that we trusted enough to get open. Whether it's, not necessarily the receiver's fault, on Satterfield's fault, vice versa, I don't know. But that was certainly a case a lot of times, where it didn't feel like we had a play we could just dial up to go get 3-4 yards. So you're hearing that from the wide receiver room as well. And then the running backs. I'm just very excited about everything that's clicking on this offense.
I think things are going to be, you're going to see a more confident offense, a more confident team. And the approach, understanding, what is expected and what, the execution of things. And I think that will make things a lot more simpler. We've seen last year when Dana came in, just how effective and efficient the offense was necessarily moving. Taking what was given, not, searching for the big play, but hitting the right play in the moment. And you've seen athletes, continue to start taking off. And, next year, I think, they'll average 35 points a game. Don't be shocked if you see, 40 points, a game and everything like that. I think they have that caliber of an offense of, whether that's through the air, whether that's tight end, whether that's running back by committee, whatever, they can get it done. Dana's going to have them attacking people and imposing their will. We've heard it from Rule said, they're a lot more physical. They're looking a lot more dominant and everything like that. And that's definitely, going to come out, that's confidence. You got, a year and a half of understanding the system. You understand the coaches and whatnot. So I think you'll see a lot more comfortable team that will be out there playing and flying around and making plays on both sides of the ball.
Well said. A lot of reasons to be excited, and we'll talk a lot of Husker football tomorrow. We'll kind of pump the brakes on the NBA, let the play-ins wrap up, because there's a lot of stuff we still didn't get time to for today. We'll set the table a little bit for tomorrow. We also, did you hear the news? Our quarterback that we talked about yesterday, Nico Iamaleava, might find a new home. Did you hear what that team may be?
They said UCLA.
Yeah.
We'll see what the numbers talk about.
Yeah, we'll find out. If UCLA's got, I don't know. I won't follow that one, but it would be cool if you see a Dylan Raiola, Iamaleava matchup. I think that drawn a lot of eyes to it. Also, real quick, this one I will say, just in case anybody's out there looking for the news. Surprisingly, Jack McAllister, punter for Nebraska, hit the portal today. Any concerns about that before we wrap up?
No. I
was just surprised by it. Okay. All right.
I guess that's the punter's life.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super hell bent on it. Like with punters, it's weird because the guys with the names end up just like flaming out of nowhere, and the guys with no names end up becoming your legends. So good luck to McAllister. Good luck to whoever's getting that spot this year, because it's going to have a lot of pressure on it, especially here in Nebraska. If you're on the special teams, you'll have eyes on you. That's going to do it for us, though. Good morning, Pierson now on the Allo VIP line. Appreciate it as always. We'll do it again tomorrow. And that's going to wrap it up for Ticket Weeknights, at least for the live of Ticket Weeknights. We will have some replays set up for you guys. Don't go anywhere. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you later.